Did I ever tell you about the time that I signed up for eHarmony?
No.
And Aaron signed up for eHarmony?
Okay.
And he lied on his questionnaire.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what's happening right now.
Just go ahead. Don't mind me. I need it.
What are you doing? Oh, okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
You're listening to the Calm,
The Storm,
the Whimsy podcast.
So this week, we decided to have a wildcard week, and we are just going to ask questions that we came up with to each other. We don't know what these questions are, but we're just going to wing it and have fun, and who knows what we'll learn about each other tonight. So here we go.
Woo! Who's going first?
All right, I'll go first. What was your first job?
Ooh.
You go first.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. So my first job was at Belgrade Gardens on Massillon.
Is that a chicken place?
Yeah. Yep. And I think I was like 15.
I worked at Subway when I was 16.
So I worked at SeaWorld, and I drove 45 minutes to get there for $4.25 an hour in 1996. That was my first job, and it was so fun.
You know, it's interesting when you look back at how much you actually made.
I know.
It's ridiculous.
Do you remember what you made?
And we were so excited. I think I only made like $3.15 because I was a bus girl. So like I didn't make much, and then there was some tips that came, but like not much.
I don't remember what I made until I was an assistant manager, and then I made $7 an hour.
Wow.
Well, that's really good.
I feel like we are ancient. $7 an hour.
Who's ancient here? I made $4.25, and I drove 45 minutes to get there.
Shush.
My friend from school, we took the job together, so they gave us our like schedules were the same.
$4.25 for you, $4.25 for you, so that's $8.50 total.
For each friend.
Yeah, you and your friend.
Yeah, we drove a Monza, and her radio had one volume, and it was full blast, and it was awesome.
You loved that job, though.
I did.
What did you do at SeaWorld?
I worked in the Happy Harbor.
Oh.
And like, when you'd go to, like, get lunch, like, everybody had these SeaWorld shirts on that have, like, the little Shamu. We had these bright yellow shirts with a teal top with all these, like, kid characters on it, and everybody made fun of us. It was a good time. But I had fun.
$4.25 is worth it.
Absolutely.
How much was gas, though? You'd be driving that far. Like
probably
nothing.
like
It was like
89
99
cents.
cents, I
That's
think, a gallon.
crazy.
I know. When I started driving, I think it was like 89 cents, which is insane.
Oh, my goodness. So is she asking all her questions first?
No. We're going to go.
Yeah.
So I'm next.
Yes. Go for it.
I'm kind of scared right now.
Yeah, same.
I hope you can even remember.
I just
probably
don't want to
can't.
be in tears.
I don't think I'm asking anything sappy. What is the dumbest way you've ever been injured?
Oh, what?
I'll go. So I was rushing to my kids' school, and I was late, as usual. I was in the grace period for...
I don't
Which
think the
doesn't
school has like a
exist.
15-minute window. The party would be over by then.
for a Thanksgiving party, and I was in charge of the tablecloths. And I was stressed out, and I wanted to make it there in time, and so I ran, and there's a step up on the pavement, and I tripped, and instead of letting the tablecloths fall, I protected those instead of my face, and my face slammed onto the pavement, and I was bleeding, so much blood. I had a little kid with me. Crystal worked in the office at the time. This random man's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm crying, so he went inside to get me help, and I actually ended up in the hospital like a week later with a concussion.
Right?
I needed medicine, all
Oh,
because
my
I chose to
goodness.
protect tablecloths.
And I'm pretty sure we
Wow.
took joking pictures of me acting like I was
Beating me
you
up. Yeah, sure did. You
Um,
remember anything?
Let me think. Let's see. Dumbest way I was injured.
I have something if you want to think.
Go ahead.
I'm like an old lady now because I'm like in my 40s. So I was throwing a stuffed animal up the steps, and I like pulled something in my arm and my neck, and I couldn't move for like 2 weeks.
You were in so much
Pretty
pain.
sure I had to go get pain meds at the hospital. It was ridiculous.
Oh my goodness.
If you can't think of anything about yourself, I can.
Oh.
Ooh.
Crystal likes to dance,
Oh
no
my
matter where. Go ahead.
Okay.
I just triggered your memory.
For sure. Thank you.
You're welcome.
She's good at doing that.
So I do like to dance. And
It doesn't matter
like,
where we are, what we're doing, what our surroundings are.
It does not matter. And I have a dance move that involves me sliding across the floor. And so I think I hurt myself 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 times doing this, but one time specifically at our friend's house, I was listening to music and I just get into it and I'm dancing and I slid across her floor. I hit my knees so hard that I pulled both of my meniscus in my knees, both of them, and I couldn't walk for like a couple months.
Yeah,
like,
but that doesn't stop you.
no, and then I slid across the deck, wood deck. I had holes in my pants because they were already holey jeans, and I slid, no joke, cut both of my knees up. I think I did that twice. And then at the Taylor Swift
Movie night.
movie concert,
In the movie theater.
you would have thought that I was actually at a concert. Straight up, slid across the floor, scraped, bloody knees again.
Yep.
Oh my
Oh, yeah.
goodness.
It's a thing. Thank you for reminding me.
You're welcome anytime.
Oh, my
I'll help
goodness.
you guys answer all these questions tonight.
Thank you. I might need you. Okay. So mine is, what is your favorite candy or treat?
Oh.
I'll go. So my favorite candy is licorice, red specifically, red vines, if we're going to be really specific.
Do you like black licorice?
I will eat it.
I love it.
Do you?
I do love it.
I don't think I knew that about you. I will eat
Just
it.
not a fan.
Of black licorice?
Any of it. I mean, I'll eat some Twizzlers here and there, but it's not like I gotta have them.
Yeah.
Oh,
What-
it's like
Like
of
one
choice.
and done, I'm good.
So what's your favorite?
Okay. I like Twix bars.
Okay.
Okay. Yep.
I don't know.
What about those caramel apple suckers? Do you
I
actually
like
love
those.
those, or is that just something I imagine
No, I
I
love
buy you
those.
every fall?
I do love those. I was like
They're
craving
actually
those
so
when I was
good.
pregnant with someone. And I do like gummy stuff.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
twin snakes,
Twin
gummy
snakes,
bears.
sour and sweet.
Ooh, those are the best.
Yeah, I'm a chocolate person. I like chocolate, anything chocolate covered nuts, all the chocolate with nuts in it. It's my favorite.
All right. I said my question. I did not say my question. Okay. Have you ever pulled a fast one on a teacher in high school? Or have you ever done anything to like pull a fast one on your teacher?
No, because I was a good girl.
Really?
Yeah.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Ooh. When I was in middle school, not in high school, when I was in middle school, I went to a private school, and they still paddled at that school.
Oh.
And I took the paddle off of the wall, and I paddled my teacher. What? It was hilarious. And it was
Whoa.
like 4 layers, and it had a hole in the middle of it. And I just went up and swang it and paddled him.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't
you
get in trouble.
What?
Yeah, I did not.
Wow.
So,
So
You know you did.
I did. So I
of course.
had a teacher that was so hard. And I walked in, we all walked in the first day. I can't remember. I think we were in like 8th grade, 9th grade. I don't remember. Anyway, he's like, this is a college prep course. And if you aren't going to college, you need to get out. And we're all like, anyway, he was my favorite teacher of all times. His name was Mr. Callista. I think I can say his name. At Field High School. Well, anyway, he was just a tough cookie. And the one, like, his tests were all really hard. If you had like a C or a B in his class, you were doing really well. So anyway, they had an open book test. And I wasn't there that day. So he's like, you can bring whatever you want. Whatever you want to class, you can bring it and take the test. So I wasn't there. So I thought to myself, okay, I wasn't there so I'm just going to bring the smartest kid in the class to the lunch period that I had to retake the test in. So I walk in with Randy. I won't say his last name because he was super smart. And Mr. Callista goes, okay. I can't really tell you no. I told you could bring anything. So he took the test. He told me all the answers.
No.
I got 100%. Yeah, I did.
Oh.
Wow.
Yep. I cannot believe
That
your
was
teacher
That's
let
the
you do
best
that.
open book test ever.
Yeah, I just brought the smartest kid. And he's like, sure, I'll come with you. I already took the test. I know all the answers. We're good.
What grade were you in? 8th?
8th or 9th. I'm trying
Oh,
to
it
think.
started
It
back
was in high
then.
school, though.
Started
Wait a
so
minute. I bet I
young.
was a freshman.
Oh my gosh.
It was biology. It was a biology test,
Oh
whatever
my
grade that
goodness.
is.
Probably high school.
So I definitely pulled a fast one on him. And he still loved me because he's like, oh, you're smart. Bring the smartest kid in here to take your test.
You're witty, Whimsy.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So you never did anything to a teacher?
No, I never did.
Okay.
I was a good kid.
Okay.
I was terrified of getting in trouble. People pleaser. I was a
Got
good-
it.
Yeah. What's the first thing you wash in the shower?
My hair?
Okay.
Same. My
I
hair.
go for the armpits first.
Really?
Yep.
I have shower issues.
What?
What's new?
Right? I have lots of issues, guys.
Toes.
Toes, sleeping, shower. But yeah, no, definitely my hair.
No.
No.
Oh my gosh, I guess okay. I'm the only odd one.
So you go for your pits
I
first.
do. I don't know why.
What is your favorite thing to do when you are alone? Or by yourself, just like with no family or kids around? When you actually have like alone time.
I would say probably just sit and enjoy the silence for a minute because I don't get that very often. So when I have alone time, I'm reading my Bible, praying, or just sitting there, like taking a minute to myself, which I don't do that a ton because I don't feel like there's a lot of that time. But yeah.
Yeah, my answer is not that good. I like to binge watch TV shows that I can't watch with kids around.
Same. Shows. I like to read. So I mean, come on. I read all the things that I would binge watch. So
Same thing.
Okay, I have a question in from Naomi because I told her I had to put these questions together and she wanted me to put this in there. So here we go. You ready?
I cannot wait.
ready.
All right, where'd it go? Okay. Would you prank your kids with an alligator stuffy under their bed? She thinks like her mama. So yes, I would totally prank them.
So my only thought is, has this happened to this poor child?
No, I don't know where she came
okay.
up with this.
But a head in her bed has
I
happened.
haven't put the doll head in her bed.
Okay.
But
I probably would not.
I
I
don't,
want them to sleep at night.
yeah, I don't usually prank my children.
oh, I definitely
I know
do.
you do.
Yeah, we know.
But no,
Yeah. Okay.
No.
That was for Naomi.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
What is the worst date you've ever been on?
My gosh, I have to go here. So
Date that I was on or that I canceled? Go,
Either
Kelly.
one. Either one.
okay, so this guy picked me up in this car that was like pretty rough, and I'm like, all right.
The car was rough or the guy was rough?
No, he was a really nice guy,
Okay.
and I don't know. I pick on people, right? Because I like.
Yeah, we know, yeah.
So anyway, we went to the movie, and this other car comes, and I'm like, hey, that car is almost as bad as yours. And he goes, that's my brother or something like that. So we stopped and talked to them. I'm like, that was our
Oh my
last
gosh.
date. That was it.
One and done, huh?
One and done because I totally put my foot in my mouth.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, good times.
I met a guy at Blockbuster.
Oh my gosh.
What?
I thought you were going to say at Summit Mall or something.
Nope, at Blockbuster. Back in the day, he worked there. And he asked me to go out. And I said yes. And then he made me pay for myself
Oh.
for everything that we did.
Stop.
Do you remember this?
What?
It was terrible. It was
No.
So he asked you out.
And then I paid for myself for everything. It was like we have been friends our whole lives, and we were just going to the movies. He paid for himself first,
Oh,
and then
waited
waited for me to step up and pay for myself.
and for you to buy your ticket. Oh,
It was terrible.
I'm sorry. That's rough.
Yeah, it was awful. What about you?
So, this kid that I was friends with in high school set me up on a blind date. And I worked at Taco Bell at the time. And so I was kind of nervous because I had never met, like, I was young. I was in high school. And so I was like, I just don't know, like, blind dates, kind of weird. I don't want to just show up somewhere. So I told him to come to Taco Bell and to, like, meet him or whatever. Oh my goodness. I am so glad that I had him come. He was the scariest looking person I had ever seen. Seriously. And so, like, I went out into the lobby, I, like, talked to him, and I met him, and he's like, I'll pick you up tonight, and blah, 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 and I was like, okay, and I went back, this was, like, on a Saturday, I was working, like, the morning shift or whatever, I went back in the back, and this was the time when we had pagers, and not, like, cell phones, so I paged my dad, because they were, like, out of town, and I paged him with 911, to, like, call me because I didn't know what to do because I was like, there's no way I'm going on this date. I cannot do this. And he was like, I was like, is it okay if I go to my friend's house instead and help her paint her room? And, like, I did all these things because they thought that I was going on this date. And so, like, I told him I couldn't go, and so I didn't go. So I didn't actually go on the date, but it was the worst experience I ever had. I was like, no way.
So as we were thinking about this, so that date wasn't terrible. I just really screwed it up. So I'm just going to tell you a really terrible date. So I met this guy online, and we went to dinner, and it was fine. And then we met one more time. We were going downtown Akron, and I was driving, and I'm like, hey, can you get I didn't want to take my whole keys in with me. I said, can you take my key off the key ring? And he said, oh, I just clipped my nails, and my nails are kind of sensitive. And I'm like, okay, I'll have my daddy do it when we get home.
Oh, my goodness.
Like, really?
Wow.
So, yeah, so that was fun.
Dates, I tell you. Did I ever tell you about the time that I signed up for eHarmony?
No.
And Aaron signed up for eHarmony?
Okay.
And he lied on his questionnaire.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what's happening right now.
Just go ahead. Don't mind me. I need it.
Pause. What are you doing? Oh, okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So I signed up for eHarmony. And Aaron had signed up for eHarmony, and this is not when we were we were not friends at the time. Well, we were friends, but we were not dating. We were just friends. And I'm not even sure that we were, like, hanging out a lot at the time. Anyways, he lied on the survey or the questionnaire and said something. I can't remember, like, what he lied about. But he knew that it would be something that I would say absolutely no to on my questionnaire. And sure enough, I woke up in the morning and it said match. And I was super excited. I was like, yes. I was like, I got a match. And I said to my dad, he was sitting on the couch, and I opened it and it said Aaron D. Yule from Akron, Ohio. And I was like, shut up. I was like, this is ridiculous. The one match I get and it's Aaron Yule.
Oh, so he did that on purpose?
Yes.
Aww.
I was so mad at him.
You had much better luck because that's where I met that guy.
Oh my gosh. I was mad at him. I was like, are you thinking that I'm going to date you now? No.
How old
I was
were
probably
you?
like 22.
Okay.
We were like in the time where we weren't getting along very well. So back and forth. But if you could have a superpower, what would it be and why?
I would read people's minds. I would know everything that they're thinking and how they're feeling, and I would never have to wonder.
Can I have the Mary Poppins superpower that I can just like click, click, and everything's clean and put away?
That's
Like,
good.
that's what I want.
Wow. I want to be invisible.
Ooh.
I want to see everything that's going on, and I want to know all the things.
Ooh, I don't
So,
know if
like,
I'd want
you
that.
reading minds,
I wanna
and I
know.
want to be
Yeah.
like the fly on the wall that sees what's going on.
Kelly just wants a clean house.
Right? I'm like, come on. If you could have any superpower.
Yeah, just clean my house.
But I want to be able to turn it on and off. Like, I don't want to walk through, like, a mall and hear, like, everybody's thoughts. I want to be able
Oh,
to,
isn't
like...
there a movie like that, though?
Yeah,
what is that?
a woman wants or something like that.
Yes.
But I want to know. Like, I want to be able to say, okay, you, I know what you're thinking. Yeah, it would be beautiful.
It's funny because you want to know it, and I want to see it.
All right. Well, we'd be the perfect pair.
Right? We would know
Everything.
everything.
Okay, what did you want to be when you grew up, when you were a kid? When you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up?
I wanted to be a teacher.
Same.
I wanted to be a veterinarian because I like animals.
Why aren't you a veterinarian?
I don't know. Margot.
I was just curious. You have lots of education.
I should be a doctor from all the college
Right?
I went to. But no, just...
Hillary?
Who's Margot?
I don't know. Who
Have you
is...
not watched Christmas Vacation?
Is this another person from the Bible that I don't know about?
No, it's Christmas Vacation. That couple
Catch
that
up.
lives next door.
Oh, yeah, but is that like a line in the movie?
Yeah.
I don't know, Margot.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't like that movie.
What?
Yeah. Anyway,
Okay.
I am not a teacher because I changed my mind. And now I do teacher appreciation every year for the teachers at the school where my kids go. And it reminds me, like, when I go in to, like, help with the gift from the class for the teacher, why I'm appreciating them and why I don't want to do it.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I couldn't be a teacher in a classroom, for sure.
Well, you were a teacher's aide for a while.
I was.
Was that the same or no?
No, because I didn't have the responsibility of, like, teaching them and, like, disciplining. More of, like, just making sure that the class was, like, kind of flowing with everything that the teacher was doing.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't think I'll ever be an aide again either,
Yeah.
for sure.
Would you consider yourself gullible? I can be gullible.
I think I can. Yeah, absolutely. Me.
Yeah,
If you have the right person tricking you.
for
Yes,
sure.
Absolutely.
How have you been gullible, Crystal?
What?
Red. The color red.
What about
What?
the color red, Crystal?
What the? Did you guys, like, plan this? This seems a little set up here.
No.
No, it's just
no,
a story
it's a
that
story.
I know and love, which is why I asked the question.
Okay. So we'll go with this. So I was in high school. No, actually, I don't think I was in high school. I was actually like in my 20s.
Yeah.
And we were at church.
Who's we?
Aaron and I. And there was a whole group of people.
Were you dating at this time?
No,
Okay.
we were not. We didn't date for very long. So most of the time we were just friends. And he is colorblind. Okay, so I found this out. I found out that he was colorblind.
Did you know that?
I think I did know that.
And he was telling a story about how, because he's working in construction, and how, like, the chalk line that they pull
Yeah.
on the wood, he could not see the orange or the red color of it with the wood.
Right.
Because it blended in. And so he convinced me that he couldn't see the color red. Okay.
So you wore red clothes.
So I was wearing a red shirt that night. And he was like,
"Oh my goodness!
I can't, I don't see red." And I'm like, "So what do you see?" And he was like, "I see through it." And I was like,
Oh
"So
my
you
gosh.
see skin?" And he was like, "Yeah." I believed him.
Oh my gosh!
I like covered myself up and I was like, "Are you kidding me?" It was the most crazy thing ever. Yes, I'm very gullible. a lot less now as an adult, but
Oh my word.
he's gotten many people with that.
Really?
Yeah. So he's done that multiple
Wow.
times to people.
It's amazing.
It gets everybody. Literally. It's How have you been gullible?
I actually can't.
No situations.
I can't think of a specific story, but if
I
somebody,
think Aaron gets you every time with something.
yeah, if somebody's very convincing and can keep the right kind of facials, I believe what they're saying. You've probably gotten me plenty of times.
And I told you to fill your bathtub with
Oh
water.
my gosh.
Just kidding.
That better not have been a trick.
It wasn't.
It wasn't. We actually believed all that. How long would you last in a zombie apocalypse?
I'm a goner, guys.
I'm done.
I
2 seconds and I'm out.
Really? Kelly, I think you're a fighter.
You're a fighter.
You
for
have
sure.
it in you.
Really?
Remember when
Oh,
we did
yeah.
that VR thing? We were fighting
I was
for our
screaming,
lives.
though.
Yeah, but we
It was
fought for our
scary.
lives.
That's true.
All we have to
I'll
do-
take somebody out.
All we have to do is survive longer than Hillary.
And I'm out real fast.
What?
I can't.
Actually, I know exactly what would happen. You would leave us, Whimsy,
to
I'd
fight.
hide.
and I
I'd
would
run
be
away and
pulling
hide.
her behind me because she can't handle it. So I'd be pulling her, and you'd run and hide. You'd leave me. I know
Oh,
exactly
my
what you'd do.
goodness.
I don't want to live through that, though. Just take me out.
Yikes.
I would try to save you. I would, with all of my might, and I definitely would fight.
Yes, you would.
Here, I got a good one. What is a guilty pleasure that you have that brings you happiness that you probably just wouldn't talk about?
I love to clip nails.
Okay. All right. I mean, she did clip my baby's nails because I was like, I'm going to cut their finger.
It feels like a problem I can solve right away.
Okay, I'll tell you mine real quick. I have a problem.
Are we in therapy?
I get up in the morning and I get in my chair and I get my Bible out and I start reading. And then I hear Ella's collar as she comes down the steps and it makes me happy. So then she sits next to me and I always pick her up and snuggle her. It's ridiculous, but I would never tell anybody that brings me happiness.
Well, the whole world knows now.
She's my
That's what
baby.
brings you happiness.
No, it's just something. It does bring me happiness. It brings me joy.
Her face when we both talked was amazing.
There's a lot of things that bring me happiness, but she brings me happiness. She's dying over there. She can't believe that a dog brings me happiness.
Not the dog collar going
No,
down the stairs.
snuggling her.
Oh, so it's not the sound of
No,
the
it just
collar?
makes me happy when I hear she's coming down
snuggling
to
her.
join
She's
me.
coming to snuggle with you.
But I hold her
That's
like
fine.
a baby for a minute. And she hates it, but she lets me do
I
it.
think I held her like a baby once.
You did.
When we did that play. Okay. So this is terrible. My guilty pleasure is popping pimples. Mine, my kids, my husband.
Really?
I love it.
Okay.
I'm sorry you asked,
So
and that is
confused.
what my answer was, okay?
Oh my goodness.
Okay, that's crazy though, because for someone who has so many issues with so many things, that's okay?
Do you not watch Dr. Pimple Popper?
No.
Absolutely not.
Oh my goodness. My
You like the goo that
YouTube?
oozes out?
Ew.
Yeah.
Oh.
I can't even. No thanks.
I know.
So confused.
I'll just
I
hold my
have all
dog
the-
and be weird. I'll hold my dog and be weird.
Yeah, that's less weird now. Just hold my dog and be weird. Oh my gosh.
Who asked that question?
I did.
That's Hillary's turn.
If we ended up in jail, whose fault is it?
Kelly's.
I probably wouldn't be in jail because I
you'd
would have
run
got away.
Yes. So I think this is what it would be. She would be the one that gets us in trouble.
Yes.
And then she would disappear and you and I would end up in jail.
Absolutely.
Oh, it's totally whimsy.
And then she wouldn't
and
be
she
with
would
us.
leave us,
Uh-huh.
and we would get
I
in
wouldn't
trouble.
get caught.
No.
I'd be gone.
Yeah, we know. Rude.
But I'd be there to
Skip
bail
town.
you out.
But would you?
I absolutely would.
What is your favorite commercial jingle?
What?
I'll go first. Because I have one.
Okay.
And I sing it all the time
Okay.
with my dad.
Okay.
Come to Shapilla's, then you will see we have all the facilities, sales, service, and parts, trailers and mobile homes too. We have it all. We have it all for you.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yes.
You should like call them and like go on their commercials.
Sponsor.
Man, I can't even say anything like I'm a good neighbor. State Farm is there.
That was so good.
I got nothing. I don't know.
When we said that this is Wildcard, we meant wild
Absolutely.
card.
All right, you guys ready for this? You ready?
Yes.
I want to hear a crazy high school or college story.
I was a good kid. I got nothing.
You got nothing.
I got something.
All right.
It involves Aaron. Again.
Always. Were you wearing red?
I don't believe so. We were on our high school missions trip with church. And we were, like, last night of the trip, we were staying at this, like, awesome resort. We had just finished up some, like, really difficult poverty work, and so we were, like, debriefing. And so we stayed at this complete opposite of, like, poverty, like, this really high-end place. And it was, like, to, like, kind of throw your mind into, like, why are we here? Like, this whole process. And so we spent this whole night, like, in this room. It was really hot, debriefing from our trip, praying, singing, all of these things. And I thought it was super awesome. And so afterward, a couple of people, including Aaron, had decided that they were going to, like, go off of the resort and go in the middle of the night, like, out onto the beach. And I was like, absolutely not. I'm not going. I'm a rule follower. I'm like, I cannot do that. And he was like, come on, come with us. And I was like, nope. And if you go, I'm telling on you.
Oh my goodness. Christ.
And he went, and I marched myself. I watched him walk away. I marched myself right on over to my leader's door, knocked on her door, and I said, all these people just left, and this is, all the people who left, and Aaron, oh yeah, big trouble.
Whoa.
Big trouble.
And
If
he
it
still-
wasn't for the
And he
last
still
night,
married you.
right? If it wasn't for the last night, I think that they probably would have, like, flown them home.
Oh.
So,
Did you feel bad?
no.
She doesn't
I
look
told
like
him.
she felt bad.
Oh.
I told him. I said, you walk out of here, and I'm going to tell on you.
Do you think he didn't believe you?
No, I don't think he cared.
Oh.
He said he had the best night. It was awesome. It was fun. He sat in the hammock all night, watched the waves, and walked as far as they could walk.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, but you got in trouble for it. And he didn't really care.
Oh my goodness. So you don't have one.
I can't think of anything.
Okay. So I went to the University of Akron for interior design. So we spent years in the studio walls drawing, doing lettering templates, like all this stuff. So years and years and years, and finally we are graduating. Our senior showcase is coming. Our professors say, now you need to dress up, like you could get a job from this. There's all these like people coming in that are going to hire interior design students, so make sure you dress appropriately. So I decided to have a conversation with my whole class. They told us to dress up. Let's wear our prom dresses to the senior showcase.
Oh, my God.
Like, this is advertised in the Akron Beacon Journal that this is happening. Like, this is how I even found out about the program. I went to this thing, and I'm like, I want to do this.
What
So
in the
everybody
world?
brought their prom dresses. And, like, it's funny because the school, like, you had some that were younger, some that were older, some that, like, went to prom in the 80s. So they have, like, the big old, like, dress that's all, like,
Poofy.
tapped up,
Poofy.
poofy with the satin shoes that match.
Oh, man.
So everybody brings their dresses. Not everybody, because some of them were like, heck no, like, this is serious business. This is like our future. What are you doing? And I'm like, we're just going to wear them out. Like, we're going out to our boards because we had to set up our boards and and I'm like, and then we'll go change into like our normal, like, business attire stuff. So a lot of them kind of chickened out, but there was a handful that we come marching out into the senior showcase, and our 2 professors were there and see us, and they grabbed their heads and just shook it. I had a leopard prom dress.
Oh my goodness.
So it was skin tight leopard. And my good friend Kim, she had on this teal, big old poofy thing that she borrowed from a friend because she's like, I can't do this. So Kim wore that with the satin shoes.
No.
Yeah, it was amazing. So I think we went out in style. So we did
Wow.
change, and they have to, like, that had to be, like, the best seniors they've ever had that
Right?
pulled that
There's
prank
like
on them.
fun in that.
Did they seem to enjoy it, or were they annoyed? Or?
At first, they were, like, shocked. Like, what are we, like, we have professionals coming in here, and our girls are dressed like the 80s prom. Like, what is happening?
Oh my.
So
That's
it was
awesome.
good, but they got a good laugh at it afterwards when they knew we actually had normal clothes to, like, be presentable to professionals.
That's amazing.
I have pictures, so I'll have to show you.
Wow.
I have would you rather specific for each of you.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Crystal, would you rather have water pouring down on your face
What?
or touch raw chicken every day?
Ew.
Oh. Are you serious?
How
Those
long
are
is
2
the
of my
water?
worst things.
How long is the water pouring down on her face?
The wettest
She's talking
face.
about shower even.
She doesn't like.
I don't like water
wet
on my
face.
face.
Aw, Crystal. Sorry that she asked you that question.
And I don't like touching raw chicken either.
So which one's worse?
But you have to touch the chicken every day. I mean, do you just have a wet face for a second and then it's over?
Wait, what was the question? Like, would I rather all the time touch chicken?
Touch chicken every day, raw chicken. Or every time you shower, have water pouring down your
Well, you
face.
do.
Do you, though?
Shower every day?
Have water on your face every day.
No. No. I don't shower every day.
So
But
this
when
is
you're
a-
in the shower, do you avoid the water all
I
over
do.
your face?
I turn my back to the shower and I never put my face in the water until I wash it at the end.
But she wants to pop some pimples like nobody's business.
I think I would rather. Oh. I probably would rather have water on my face in the shower than touch raw chicken every day. I can't do it.
How do you... Never mind. Go ahead.
Like, how do I prepare chicken?
Yeah. Okay.
Usually Aaron handles it for me.
Kelly, would you rather never be able to prank someone again
Oh.
or never go to Disney World again?
Why does she do this to us? She
That's
picks
the
our
worst.
2 things.
I can't. I guess I'll be boring and never prank anybody ever again.
She's so sad.
I have
crying.
to prank people. That's who I am.
Oh my gosh, she's so
That's
wrong.
terrible. Okay, let's do a would you rather for Hillary.
Yes.
Would you rather share a blanket with your husband every single night or not ever eat chocolate ever again or nuts?
So wait, share a blanket with my husband every night.
Or never
Never
eat
had
chocolate
chocolate.
and nuts again. Ever.
Together?
Never,
Together
ever.
or separate?
No.
Either of them together or separate, never again.
Okay, can I have blankets like you where there's a sheet, a blanket, and a comforter?
I don't care as long as you're both under the same blanket. You can tuck yourselves in together and roll on up.
That's hard.
Pick.
You got to pick one. I had to pick one.
I had to pick one.
I guess I would. Ugh.
Ugh. She said. Ugh.
I would share the blanket, but it would not be pleasant for either of us.
Okay.
I can't give up nuts and chocolate. Come on. Come on, guys.
Oh.
All right.
Wow, that was rough.
So I think we should each ask one more. To pick your favorite that you have left.
Man, there's so many. We might have to do this again. Okay. Well, I don't need to go because I think I went last.
She's still thinking over there. So
All right.
you can ask.
What advice would you give yourself 25 years ago?
Silence.
Yeah.
That's a
What
hard
would you
one.
give your younger self? What advice would you give your younger self?
25 years ago. I gotta do the math.
How old am I?
We all are pulling out our calculators.
Oh, 17?
I was 20.
How old am I?
39.
No,
I can do that math for you.
14. I was 14.
Oh, stop.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. Maybe you guys should be like 10 years ago and I should be 25 years ago because I'm an old lady. Just think about like
17.
outside of college, like outside of high school. What would you give yourself advice then? Not when you're 14. I forgot you were a baby.
Be more wise with my money.
Same.
I probably should have gotten married when I was 18 to Aaron and not had all of the drama that I had for the next 6 years.
So I would probably, finances would be big. I always had to have a fancy, cool car all the time. So I spent a lot of money on that. I'm like, man, if I had that money to put towards like a house,
Right?
that would have been smart.
It's true.
A good job. I was living at home, driving a fancy sports car. That makes total sense.
Same. Why was I driving a sports car?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't never have one of those, but I would have been more wise with my money.
Yeah.
I drove junker cars, like drove them to the junkyard junker cars.
Well, I had those too.
I did have those. I had a Volkswagen Rabbit. I think it was old. It was in the 80s. So the year was in the 80s it was made, but when I would leave for school, it was so loud. I'd be like, so my friends were like, can you just wait till everybody leaves? So we would sit there and wait till the parking lot cleared out, and then we'd.
You sound like my husband at
To
night,
get it started.
sleeping in a cold room.
To get it started.
I had a
And then
Ford Tempo, and my muffler was rough. And I would pull in, and everybody else would be like in their Mercedes and all their things. Oh, yeah, I went to Green, so it was
Oh.
definitely one of those things.
I went
and
to field. It was all trucks.
And tractors, right?
No tractors.
Oh.
Tractors.
Cool trucks.
I have like driver tractor to school day in Southeast. Okay. Let's see. Final question for me is gonna be who was your childhood actor crush?
Oh gosh, no.
Yes.
No. Like childhood?
Yep.
Oh gosh.
Childhood, teens.
This is embarrassing.
Oh, I can't wait.
So,
Hulk
Pee Wee
Hogan.
Herman.
total Hulk Hogan. I had the biggest crush on Hulk Hogan.
Oops,
Oh,
sorry, I didn't know that
It
was
was
your
totally
answer.
Hulk Hogan.
Is that why you dressed up as Hulk Hogan
He's my
for
favorite.
WrestleMania?
So I used to watch wrestling with my Uncle Butch.
Wait,
I
like
remember.
a crush on him?
I loved him.
He was like an old man back then.
But he wasn't. When I was like little.
It was like red and yellow.
Stop it. That's
Ultimate
Hulk Hogan.
Warrior. I used to watch it with my cousin.
So I'd sneak out of my bedroom when I'd stay at my Uncle Butch's house and watch Monday Night Raw with him, and I'd sit on his lap and we'd watch wrestling. And then at home, I had all these Barbies, but my brother had all the WWF characters. So I would steal the big Hulk Hogan and make him marry the Barbies because he was so much cooler than Ken.
Fantasy.
Yeah. But I mean, I was younger. I was really young. So
Wait a second. So you snuck out to watch with your uncle. How did that work?
Well, I would go to bed and then I'd hear the wrestling and I'd come out because I used to spend like I'd go there like over the summer. I'd stay like a week or I'd go on the
okay.
weekends and see him.
So you weren't like sneaking out of your room.
Well, like
I mean, I guess you were
Joyce
because
would
you
go
were
to bed and then I'm
sleeping.
like, I gotta see the wrestling. And now my
amazing.
children are all obsessed, but they all make fun of me because I liked Hulk Hogan. But hey, I made a pretty cool Hulk Hogan costume the other day.
You sure did.
What about Jake the Snake?
Iron
Ultimate.
Sheik,
All of them.
Andre the Giant,
I don't know any of these people.
Ultimate Warrior.
Undertaker. Hillary's
do we
scared
know
right
all
now.
of these?
And I'm definitely putting my blankets on my feet tonight. Freddie Prinze Jr., baby.
Oh, look at you.
I loved him so much. I watched all of his movies, and in my science class in 8th grade, he was on the list of someone that you could do like a project about.
Oh,
So I did a whole PowerPoint slideshow on Freddie Prinze Jr.
nice.
Do you still have that slideshow?
Yeah.
Wasn't he in She's All That?
Yes, I loved that movie.
Yes.
I've watched it
I
so many times.
Don't know who that is.
I'm
What?
sorry.
Oh, wait, I forgot. She's older than us, so...
I don't know who
She's
that
probably not
is.
going to know who I like either.
Did you never watch She's All That?
I don't know.
Oh, Kelly.
Maybe. I mean, maybe if I saw him, I'd know him, but he was no Hulk Hogan.
We gotta watch She's All That. It's so good.
So good.
Okay, so mine, I actually have 3, but one specific, and then I'll tell you the other 2. So Jonathan Taylor Thomas,
Oh, yeah.
JTT,
Yeah. Everybody
room
loved him.
covered in posters
Posters.
Yep,
from head to
t-shirts.
toe, t-shirts, all the things. And then it goes Devon Sawa.
Is that JoJo Siwa's cousin?
No.
Cousin.
I don't know who that is at all.
He plays in Twister and Little Giants. He's just
Okay.
like a blonde hair cutie. And Brad Renfro.
I don't know who
I don't know
that
who
is.
that is.
They're all like together, all 3 of them. No.
Oh, I know who that
Freddie
is.
Prinze Jr.
I know who that is.
That's Freddie.
Yeah.
That's Freddie. All right.
I have one more song for you.
Song?
Can I have a medley.
Oh,
Okay.
gosh.
You ready?
Yeah.
Is this how we're wrapping up tonight?
Home, home on the range, where the deer and the antelope roam.
Play.
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 With
With seldom is heard of discouraging word,
Words
and the
and
sky
skies
is
are
so
not-
close. You're ruining it.
Go ahead. No,
Turkey
please.
in the straw, turkey in the straw. Don't see no wind, then see song. Combination. Turkey in the straw, turkey in the straw, turkey in the straw.
Episode gone wild, ladies. Ladies,
You're
gone
a
wild.
grand old flag, you're a hot flying flag, and forever in peace may you wave. You're the emblem of the land I love, the home of the free and the brave. Every heart beats true under red, white, and blue. There's a hole in my bucket, dear Liza, dear Liza. There's a hole in my bucket, dear Liza, mend it.
What is happening?
I've been working on the railroad all the live long day. I've been working on the railroad just to pass the time away. Can't you hear the captain calling? Dinah, blow your horn. Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow your horn? Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow your horn? Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Someone's in the kitchen, I know. Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah, strumming on the old banjo. Fee-fi, fiddly-I-yo, fee-fi, fiddly-I-yo. Fee-fi, fiddly-I-yo, strumming on my old banjo. I said medley.
Wow. I'm sorry that I tried to step in there. I could not keep up.
I can't breathe.
That's a wrap.
Thank you for listening to the Calm, the Storm, the Whimsy podcast. Follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Facebook, and Instagram. Stay tuned for our next episode.
You're listening to the Calm
The Storm.
The Whimsy.
podcast.
Sound like a little groundhog. The
Okay,
Whimsy.
then don't do it. Oh my gosh.
Okay, one more time.
This is
I got
so
this.
hard. We have to do it like 5 times in a row.
Okay.
Did you just hear her shush me? She said, okay.
It's recorded.
Okay, what do I do here?
Do both ways without giggling afterwards.
Okay.